We are back at it again here with another video at the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to retest key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:15 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on within the charts. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and we look forward to having you join us and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:55 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. And you can now gain access to this as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to multiple rip areas in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator in today's pre-market at the 504.96 area. Lots of volatility here, as you could see, between the bull and bear indicators on the 30-minute in the last several days. And today it broke out, breaking out of this tight consolidation that we talked about from 505 to 507 and reaching new resistance levels. But it wasn't the only stock pushing up. We saw multiple stocks to the upside, such as Apple at the open, pulling back down and having weakness. Tesla at the open, pulling upwards and pulling back down with weakness. But then you have the QQQ pushing up higher. And then we also had stocks like AMD and Nvidia to the upside, right? You can see Nvidia there, and you can also see AMD with strength. So lots of strength here in different sectors, but Apple and Tesla did the opposite, right? They pushed downwards, and you could see it there in their charts. Lots of eyes on them as they're retesting key support levels and trying to hold them in the volatility, right? You could see it there on those two charts. I will be watching that as they're under bear indicators right now, but there were stocks pushing up, such as AMD and Nvidia, and the QQQ was going to the upside. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator, coming back down, right, to that level of 505 and quickly getting strength back up towards the 507 area. That was some extreme volatility there in the middle of the day. And if you look at it on the 1 hour, You could see a bull indicator there at 505.86. And in this volatility, there was no bear indicator, right? So that bull indicator was still holding strong, and it continued that staircase effect to the upside here into the close and after hours. And then we also have in the volatility of the 15-minute how things were looking. And yes, it switched between bull and bear indicators, but it is dominating under a bull indicator once again here at 507.80. And you can see it trying to fight and hold itself up and pull away from it here in the after hours. So I will be watching this, the strength of these bull indicators going into tomorrow. And it's going to be crucial for inflows to follow as well. And I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with inflows dominating here into the open. We could see that strength, but quickly, sharply dropping, and the outflows crossed over, and that's when the drop happened from 507 to 505. Now, they flattened out here on the 30-minute and brought themselves back up, and we could see that sharp move to the upside and the strength here reflecting into these charts. Now, going into tomorrow, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay above the midpoint as outflows are beginning, but inflows are still dominating at 2.52, even though it's red. And I'll be watching if this staircase effect can continue with these inflows staying above and turning green. Now, when we go ahead and zoom out and look at it from the 1 hour, we can see here in the bigger picture how these inflows were never above here at the open, and that's why things lost and rejected their strength here at the beginning, right? You could see it there rejecting to the downside and the strength here into the second half of the day as those inflows finally crossed over and continue to push up, and some of the highest inflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks since way back up here when it hit nearly a 10.5 area, right, of inflows when it ran up from way down at the 499 area up towards 508. Now, here we are with it picking up towards 3.11, and I'll be watching if this could continue here in the bigger picture. It will be crucial in these charts. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see how inflows in the second half of the day brought themselves back up, but how sharply these outflows are beginning, right? The stock is trying to hold itself up here, but it's going to be crucial for these inflows to stay above, because if it crosses to the downside, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. Now, what are the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And if these outflows do cross over, reflect that weakness into these charts and roll that weakness over here into the 30-minute as outflows have began, the first support I'll be watching in this tight range is 507.50. Then below that is the 505.50 area. And then I'll be watching 503. So those are the key levels to the downside if these outflows continue. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for this staircase effect to continue here and get these inflows to switch from red to green, pushing up away from the midpoint and rolling that strength over into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well, continuing the push up. And the first resistance is 510. And then above that, I'll be watching the 512 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're above on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, but these inflows need to hold up and come back up on the 15-minute, switching from red to green. I will be watching that very closely into tomorrow's trading day. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.